charcoal will better and save our environment. What option do we currently have if charcoal business is prohibited? As we try up north, I may know that as we try up north, you are encroaching in the Sahara Desert. And the further north we drive, the length of the trees you see, the decay of the trees in the way. Most of these charcoal are sourced from cutting and burning of trees. The environment that produces the charcoal is being depleted. It's deforestation. You are rendering it there, and it has to go to those areas where there are no trees, and the local source of energy has to be that charcoal. So, if this is a problem, then solving it will create a bigger problem. That's what I'm trying to say. We have to have a culture of sanctioning this behavior. If somebody violates an environmental law, that sanction goes with it. If there are no sanctions, there will be laws. Laws will go parallel with the violations and nothing will happen. When the last government created Castelia, later on they removed the key. That key was environmental. It was supposed to come and deal with environmental offenses. They removed the environment. So in Kaduna, if you come to where I say environment, this is what I do every day until the rainy season. It is either I run walk before the rain comes, or I drive in the rain. But if the rain comes before me, my car will sleep outside. By the time I can get at the bus stop, I have to take a bike home. Because the main street, people will have alone. Has been eroded fully, has been eroded completely. The road by the end of August, no car passed out as it is now. And we have seen the result. The building plans, estate development and building plans are in constant violation of the environmental law. There are in some areas there are no hospitals, no access roads. Everybody builds wherever he wants. And let me tell you one thing with the law of nature. Water must find its way, whether you like it or not. Water must find its way. And water must find its way, including through your house, no matter how much you like. We went to the River Niger, at the peak of every rainfall. Look at the devastation that is done to Lokoja. Look at the devastation that is done to Makoni, and all the adjoining towns along the river. Water must find its way. River Kaduna here, for like some years. By September, October, the residents of Nasarawa, by the river bank, are almost flooded. Why do you have house by the river bank if you are not looking for trouble? So water must find its way, whether you like or not. Thank you.
Thank you very much for all of our comments. As many of us that are taking notes, if you have questions that are yet to be answered or any comments, kindly do us a favor by writing it down. We'll look into it, and because we have our email addresses and contact there, we hope that we'll be able to reach out and give feedback on the question.
I will very quick on this. Because some hours one Nigeria, but I think if I don't do this clarity, I will not do justice to this. Once again, I think it's useful the extent of evidence is government of Kaduna State. So I think that's why I get to speak to some of these things. I understand what my coach is not here. My sister, but there are a lot of misconceptions around this biology stuff. And we should stop assumptions. Anything we don't have clarity on, we should ask. Scientific is there. It will guide us. That is why it's there. Don't be scared of it. Ask the information from there. If you cannot ask Google for you to start reading articles, ask ChatGPT very specific. And when you are asking, you should click that you see one globe. What you are telling it is that it should give you answer, it should go to the next internet, and though they have some level of, the point of interaction, there's a point of interaction, but there are two different things. Then, drainage blockage. Talked about drainages are small. Yeah, there are places that drainages have to be big, while some have to be small. That is urban planning. The drainage on Ahmadu Way cannot be the same thing as drainage on your streets. But what the problem is that you block the drainages on your streets. So only the water must overflow. And in our communities, you see house number A has drainage, house number B refuses to build drainage. So it's now an issue of community itself. We all know Nigeria, we're Nigeria. Nobody is different. No government will come to every state and come and do drainage for you at this time. Maybe in the future we'll have that. So let's mobilize our communities to see that we get those things done and we'll save ourselves. This project is a very, very devastating thing. I look, okay, it's time for the panel, right? Are they ready? Bring that. How much?
Where we go, come out and find your life.
The body knowledge. The digging of the soil, right, is as good as mining. Right? It's as good as mining. Now, mining is not prohibited. But the problem is, what do you do after the mining? That's where the challenge is. And there's what we call rain harvest. Areas where they have low rainfall rates, like the Kaduna, muna da 5 months that Amaya there come 4 months rainfall. So when you go up north, the number of months for rainfall reduces. So now what is being encouraged is you harvest these rains. How do you harvest them is during the rainy season, rain falls a lot, right? Okay, how do you store this rainwater? So sometimes you are encouraged to dig ditches to store this water, right? If you go to places like Kano, acquiring the skate of digging, you see them dotting the landscape of Kano. And after the rainfall are gone, the farmers use it as irrigation, source of water for irrigation. Now, Madam is very correct. While you are digging those soil to build your house, after you dug them, then you need to also conserve the environment by planting grasses and trees. Because this tree thing, finally, is the most important climate action globally, tree planting. There is no action that is as close to tree planting. And it is one action that anybody can do. You must not go to school to know how to plant tree. And even in your religion, I was saying sometimes, the way paradise is described in Islam and in Christianity is described such a way that it's a garden. Right? And when we talk about garden, we're talking about trees. So even your religion encourages you to plant trees. So why are you planting trees? And these trees we're talking about, what does Zizia Kasat Magana? Hello, sir? Hello? Please just give me a minute. Zizia Kasat Magana. Erosion. Then second, erosion. Then secondly, where you have trees, you hardly have surface runoff. Surface runoff, she will in that kind of summer. I say, the banana. So when the banana was taking that the water, it washes the topsoil. That's the nutrients on your soil. It washes them up. So that is why we encourage agroforestry. It don't run somewhere, it comes down with force.
right? The first thing the tree does for you is to protect, to release the pores. So there's a part of the leaves before it touches ground. So it reduces the spores. Therefore, it protects your soil from erosion. Then the other thing again, every tree you are seeing standing depends on the environment. It habitates more than 2 million lives. Human life is just one, bird 2, ant 3, butterfly and rest. The chunk of it, you don't see them, they are microorganisms. Now, when you cut this tree down, where do you think these microorganisms will go to? They will go into our water that we drink and food that we eat. And that is why we are seeing new ailments that we don't know. And those that we know cannot cure them. So why don't you plant trees? Now, there's an alternative to charcoal. It's called briquettes. Right? It's called briquette. A lot of people don't know it. My sister here encouraged me to talk about this. We don't know it, but it's also our responsibility as government to play our role to ensure that we up awareness. And that is part of what I am doing right now. Because I seized this time, I forced this time, and you supported me, I got some time to tell you about this. So the briquette, don't clap so that you won't say I gave you the mic. The briquette is gotten from agricultural university. Wa'yan manoman shinkafa idan aka yi aka da ya ake da suna yawa kwancin shinkafa wanda aka yi zubarwa ne idan aka je aka nome ko gyaɗa ko duk abin da aka nome ƙarshenta za a bar waɗannan ciyayin ko ganyayyakin kawai su bushe a gona to mafi akasari shi wannan briquette ɗin da ake magana su ne ake tarawa a busar sai a sarrafa aka sarrafa sai ya zama kamar gawayi muna ce mai farin gawayi to shi wannan gawayi ya ma fa ainihin wannan gawayi daɗewa da kuma da ci da kuma gwada zafi da ake bukata so ya kamata mu ƙara mai da hankalin mu kan nan saboda itacen da kake sarewa ai ba haka rasa su ba idan muka gama sare su ba ƴaƴan waje za su rasa wanne za su amfani to wannan na daga cikin abin da yasa kullum muke jan hankalin mutane domin a dasa itace zan kawo ƙarshen bayani na ba din sun kare ba shi yasa muke haɗa gwiwa da mamata madam Sarisa za mu zakulo matasa guda biyar da kowace karamar hukuma a nan da kuna ta ce a ba da mata 3 maza 2 da ce a'a maza 3 mata 2 mata 3 maza 2 amma na dai kira an ce ba so ba za mu ba ki mic ba so za mu zaɓo wa'annan mutane waɗanda za a ba su gonan musamman a kan abin da ya shafi dasa itatuwa kula da su da kuma raya su su kuma za su zaɓo matasa a ƙananan hukumomin da za a ba su ma wa'annan horar so that at the end of the day dan ba ka kasance a wajen samun ba amma sa ba shi ne ainihin target wannan project so don Allah a ba wa UNICEF na primary
Thank you very much, for that long conversation and very insightful.
Sensitizing people about climate change is a must. And they have shown the opportunity to do that. That they know why climate reality leaders will have been looking at themselves. What has he done with this opportunity? So good afternoon, everyone. Please, I want a confirmation from all of you that you have seen this document, even if it is soft copy in your mail. That you have seen it even as a soft copy in your mail. Let's see your hand up with your hand. If you have received a mail of a copy of this communique in that framework, please let me see your hand. So we're going to be a very limited conversation. For those who did not, please bear with us. follow us with some level of patience. I'm sure before our conversation is done. So I know there was a barcode when I walked in here. And I'm thinking that that barcode was to lead me to physical treatment. So just hoping that you have interacted with it a bit, because the next conversation with them is strictly just about this community engagement. So may I have the pleasure of welcoming to this place here my colleague, the point of contact from USA to come. I'm hoping that if Jeremiah Karan has left the room, maybe he has delegated somebody. I know somebody with a small cab, I can see the person later. I'm just needing time to get confirmation that Tara is not joining so that he comes on there. Okay? So, do we have the representative from the Open Government Hub? Anybody from the Open Government Hub? Should please come on the podium. I'm not seeing us now in the room. Open Government Hub, please. Open Government Hub. Okay. I'm sure there's something that's what do we have from the Ministry of Health? State primary healthcare board. Ministry of Environment. Anyone from the Ministry of